You have arrived. Let the party begin. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about this week, fashion besties. We have an agenda and we about to hook you up with the latest and greatest fashion news that you need to know about. It's been bipolar weather here in the ATL. It's 64 degrees and sunny during the day, and then it's getting down into the 30s at night. I mean, not every night, but it's still cold at night. So, with that being said, I know that winter is on its way out, and I didn't even get to wear even a half of my fabulous coats this season. Completely rude. I mean, in the meantime, we've got the Oscars to cover, and then we're going to hit up a refresher on how to be the best dressed wedding guest and so much more. We got a lot going on here at the Fashion Crimes Podcast Beat Laboratory. So make sure it's just you and me for the next 30. Okay. This is our girl date for the week. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb because you're busy right now. I just want to say I've been getting some really fabulous emails from y'all, and I just want to thank you for that. Loving this journey for me. Okay. Keep them coming. If there's a subject that you need to hear about, just hit me up. That's what I'm here for. I'll do some shout outs later in the episode. Don't worry. And if you're new here, damn it, welcome. You made the right choice to join us here, and you will not be sorry. I hope we can create a long lasting relationship together, and you will make space in your calendar every week to listen. We drop new episodes every Friday, and we are here to talk about real people just like you wearing real clothes in the real world. How to be cute, shop smarter, and how to create and elevate a cohesive wardrobe for your lifestyle and to light the fire under you to get back if you've been sitting out of the fashion game for a minute. There's no shame in it. It's just time to start. The first step is always awareness. Any chance y'all listened to last week's episode with women's wear designer Dell Scott? I hope you watched the video on YouTube of our interview so you could get the full experience. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out and gets our videos seen more often, which of course is what we want to do. So people will find out about local designers and push them into the spotlight while also creating a movement around fashion over 40. A positive movement. Let's face it, it's not really being addressed in the retail climate of today. Let's be honest. Okay. I'm just saying. And as someone over 40, and I mean way over 40, it's important for you to know that you're not alone in knowing what to wear. Okay. No one knows what to wear. Believe you me. Some people are just better at hiding it than others. No one knows how to shop. Some people are just better at hiding it than others. We're all just trying to look fabulous, and I'm here to help you get there. You can count on me. Duh. Okay, back to Del Scott. Not only is she a super badass, she is also part of our Philadelphia Designer Spotlight series. I've been trying to get an interview with her for years, and it finally came to fruition thanks to our fashion bestie, Sarah, from the Fashion Group International chapter of Philadelphia. She is just as fabulous to talk to as the clothes that she makes. Not a big mystery there. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that episode, please go back and do so. That would be episode number 237. And if you're looking to elevate your style with some trending styles, please go back and listen to episode 236, Trends from New York Fashion Week, that you can try right away with the ones that you like the best. I personally like all the trends that I spoke about. Of course, the old tried and true leather and fringe and animal print are at the top of my list as per usual. What were your favorites? Just tell me, tell me. And speaking of Philadelphia, we now have become besties with the people of the Philadelphia Fashion Incubator, which nurtures fashion talent in the Philly area by giving them resources, networking opportunities, and support. I will be attending their FashCon Philly event, which is an industry professional event with big time speakers in the fashion world like Fern Malice, who started New York Fashion Week back in the 80s, Elisa Bloom, who was the director of the Fashion Incubator, and Mary Geller, author of the Fashion Designer Survival Guide, and so many more people that are willing to share their wisdom. Now, I will be reporting from there, and hopefully, I'll get some interviews from said industry leaders that will meet and become friends, and they will all want to be interviewed by me on the podcast and become lifelong supporters of our mission here at the Fashion Crimes Podcast, Fashion Over 40, style inspo and steering people away from fast fashion while supporting small brands. It is now in the universe, and let it be so. Sweeper. Alrighty then. In honor of award season and the Oscars, wedding season is among us as well. So before we dissect the red carpet at the Oscars, I wanted to address the fact that, it's been a minute since we've talked about how to be the best dressed wedding guest. And in case you are in the market to be the best dressed wedding guest, go ahead and check out the following episodes: the best dressed wedding guest, episode number 84, and how to be the best dressed wedding guest, part 2, which is episode 92. In addition to Mother of the Groom dresses, episode 136, which is also important. So make sure you check out the correlating Pinterest boards for each of those episodes. Links will be in the show notes, and you'll get some good ideas in those episodes so you can figure out how you're going to look better than everyone else at said wedding that you're going to be attending. I will be attending a wedding not this year, but next year, and I will be the aunt of the groom. New subject, and not nearly as much of a spectacle as mother of the groom or the mother of the bride, sorry. However, still important. When you're in the immediate family of either side of the wedding party, just know that you are still under the microscope, and looking fab is of utmost importance. Of course, letting people know that you play an important role in this wedding will be communicated by your wardrobe choices. Trust and believe. Just a disclaimer there. But because you'll be in the spotlight and you'll want to look back at these pictures and say, damn, I just took aunt of the groom to the next level. Just saying. Which is what I'm going to be next year, as my nephew just got engaged. Yay! His fiance was like, I think I want it to be black tie. And I was like, say no more, queen. Your wish will come true. So the hunt for the dress begins. Here's some do's and don'ts to get you through your next wedding invite so there will be no panic shopping. Number 1, don't shop too early. Don't do it. The minute you find something 9 months early, you'll either forget you have it, not like it anymore, or will find something better because you'll probably keep looking after you get said dress. Just saying. You will subconsciously sabotage yourself if you shop too early. I'm just saying. Number 2, the time of day determines the dress code. So don't be afraid to ask for more clarification from the bride. Don't ask the groom. He don't know, okay? Or anyone else in the bridal party. Get it directly from the source. Once the invites go out, there is no turning back, and the dress code will be set in stone. Couples usually these days send a save the date, so at least you will know what time of year the event will be and the location. Number 3, don't shop too late. Don't think you have all the time in the world and then all of a sudden the wedding is in 9 days. It sounds like it's 2 weeks away, but it's really not. Just know that there are so many ways to get secondhand, pre-loved clothing in the world that if that's what you're looking for, look no further. And it will also reduce the sting of buying a new dress for retail price. And let's not forget, The less you spend on the dress, the more you can spend on the shoes and the accessories. Number 4, don't forget a checklist of things that you need, which includes, but is not limited to, a dress, the undergarments, shoes, jewelry, and a bag. If this is an event where you will be photographed quite a bit, then spend the extra money to get your hair and makeup done. I mean, totally worth it. Let's just say I'm addicted to it and I cannot do my hair or makeup as good as the pros. I've tried. This is where you're supposed to one up yourself and feel special. If you go the extra mile, it will certainly not go unnoticed. Number 5, don't be afraid to be the best dressed in the room. Even if the wedding isn't super formal, don't be afraid to overdress a little bit. It's a wedding. Details matter, and people will know that you take your style seriously, which is true. I love being the best dressed in the room whenever it happens, and I promise you, you will love it too. The best time to shop for a dress is if you're in the market for a new one is about 4 to 6 weeks before the event. This will leave plenty of time for ordering alterations, shoe shopping, and anything else you might need in case you need it, like a dress coat or something to keep you warm, like extra zhuzh. Figure out hair and makeup and whatever. Any further questions or comments/concerns on this subject, just give me a shout out and it's all good. And look, if your daughter is invited to 12 weddings a year like my son and daughter-in-law are, tell them to get creative. Shop secondhand, borrow something from a friend, or style a dress in a different way with a jacket or different shoes to create a new look. I mean, Jesus Christ. I didn't even like that many people when I was that age to get invited to that many weddings per year. It is completely OOC, out of control. The 2025 Oscars red carpet certainly did not disappoint, with many celebrities showcasing absolutely breathtaking, one-of-a-kind designs that you will not see anywhere else. It is a place for peacocking, for sure, showing off which celebrity wore it best, so forth and so on. There were so many things that I absolutely died over, like died, dead, deceased. My wig flew off, like for real, as of course, I wear a wig while my hair is growing back in. And let's just say that this is the only time in life on this planet that Jonathan has more hair than me right now. Okay. It's okay. It's not a secret, but I'm enjoying wearing my wigs as it makes me feel good about myself. At this point, I could technically get away without wearing one, but then people will think I just got out of the army. So, not a good look for me. That's a no for me. Anyway, let's talk about some absolute, without a doubt, bangers who just killed it on the red carpet and some not so much. Keltie Knight, who is an e-news reporter and podcaster of the Lady Gang. Okay, I need to interview her, by the way. She was in a strapless T-length white gown with beading on the bodice with a full A-line situation by Paolo Sebastian. All I have to say is, holy shnikes, Christ on a cracker. Damn, have I never heard of him, and I sure should have now. Unreal. I went on their website, unreal beading and bridal gowns, beaded shoes with ribbons that tie around the ankles. Like, I could not get enough. I was going to say it did look a little bit like my wedding dress, but she rocked it. Loving that journey for her. Stacey Martin, Stacey Martin, she's a French actress. She was in a Louis Vuitton beaded spaghetti strap triangle top dress that had a beautiful princess seaming down the front, but it was a cross between a hoop skirt and kind of like a tablecloth. It was very sculptural and very different, but it did not photograph nicely. Like, it looked like she was on top of a cake. But anyway, I'm sure it was completely gorgeous in person. And she is 90 pounds soaking wet. So it was a gorgeous dress. It was just a little weird on the bottom. Storm Reed. Um, she worked it in a short red dress with a matching cape and a belt around it. And it was completely fabulous. And again, so different from what anybody else was wearing. She was an Alexander Vautier haute couture. It was her first Oscars, and she was a child actress. She was in A Wrinkle in Time, and believe me, she's not a child anymore. Alba Rohrwacher. I hope I'm saying that right. She's an Italian actress in Valentino couture. To me, it looked like it came out of the 1800s with a Gone with the Wind type vibe. Tiered hoop skirt with long sleeve and high ruffle shoulders. It didn't really do it for me. On the flip side, on the flip, singer Charlotte Lawrence, don't ask me what she sings because I don't know. She was in Valentino Ready to Wear, and it was beyond stunning on her. Pink dress, beaded, low neck, V-neck gown with a bow at the waist and a ruffle on the bottom with a, like a wispy sleeve. I'm totally here for it. It was a complete runway look and it was a stunner. I mean, this certainly has been the year of Ariana Grande, and she showed up in custom Schiaparelli couture on the red carpet, which completely blew my mind. Blew it. Explosion here, John. It was a structured peplum sweetheart neck with the crinoline that stuck out of the wave of the peplum. It was completely unreal. Now, when she sang on stage over the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow, she had on again custom Schiaparelli red. And according to people.com, and I quote, her strapless Schiaparelli haute couture sequin gown with red tulle details on the skirt was channeling her inner Dorothy with sequin heels with bows. The custom look was, of course, designed by Daniel Roseberry and was embroidered with over 150 Siam, not sure I'm saying that right, sequins, zillions, and cut beads enhanced by tonal tulle train and aerodynamic volume. And as an extra special touch, the gown was adorned with a tonal 3D Trompe l'oeil vintage shoe on the back. Sorry if I butchered that. Totally had to look up what that meant. And thank you to Google AI for that definition, which is French for, and I'm using air quotes here, to deceive the eye. It's an art technique that creates the illusion of three-dimensional space on a flat surface. So she had on the strapless gown, and on the back, it looked like she had a shoe coming out of the back. Ay, ay, ay. Total banger, okay? Yasmine Finney, never heard of her before, but she is a British actress who wore Harris Reed Fall 2024. I love Harris Reed, which was a black mermaid dress with sculptural feathers that stood about 3 feet tall over her head, coming out of the bust, accompanied with very long black opera gloves. Now, talk about a standout dress. It was so ugly. It was so badass. It's one of those things where you look at it, you're like, I'm trying to figure it out, but the longer you look at it, it grows on you, and you're like, damn, that shit is cool. I really liked it. Fashion Don't, Whoopi Goldberg, and Siriano Fall 2025 Ready to Wear. It was a very shimmery, off the shoulder, shiny A-line giant dress that looked like it was navy plastic. I mean, I commend her for wearing a dress because she looks so terrible on television wearing her Birkenstocks every day. However, this was just a little too hip and too young for her and very, very avant-garde. It just wasn't her style. So to me, she looked out of place wearing it, in my opinion. Now, Mindy Kaling, in a mirrored halter sleeveless dress in Oscar, duh, fall 2025 ready to wear. Stunner. Killed it. Gorgina. She can do no wrong in this dress. Looked beautiful with her skin tone, and her hair was like slicked back. Gorge. And speaking of skin tone, Anouk Yai, who is a runway model with very dark skin, had on a peach strapless mermaid dress, which was custom by Marnie. OMG, was that perfection. Wowzers. Zoe Saldana and her custom Saint Laurent. As much as I love her, I hated this dress so much. It was a bubble dress with three tiers, and it had a very, she, is not big chested, so it had a very narrow mesh strapless top. And then she had on these giant sheer gloves, like up to her armpits. Total fashion fail. I mean, it just gave her no shape at all, but it was really, really awkward looking. But she didn't care. She laughing all the way to the bank with her Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Okay. Just saying, didn't love the dress. She's still gorgeous. No grudges there. Demi Moore, custom Armani Privé, silver beaded low V dress with a train. I mean, come on. She is just ageless. She looked fabulous. And speaking of who isn't ageless, Goldie Hawn. Okay. She was in a gold strapless Dolce & Gabbana dress and with beautiful beading on the front, and it had like this zhuzh cape around it. She just looks so fucking terrible. I mean, wow. I don't know why her face looks like it's been rode hard and hung up wet. I saw her and my jaw was on the floor. She really should be on botched. But anyway, like for real. And she has the same hairstyle that she's had for 40 years. Anyway, and she presented with Andrew Garfield, who I love. And he was such a doll and so sweet. And she was crying. She needs to be crying over how terrible her plastic surgery has turned out over the years. Oi, on that one. Oi. Selena Gomez in custom Ralph Lauren. Very safe dress. It was a flesh color dress off the shoulder with a gajillion beads. Very classic, and it was off the shoulder. I mean, beautiful. Felicity Jones and her cutout silver Armani Privé dress. It was a halter dress with a bow at the waist. Beyond, beyond. Miley Cyrus in Alexander McQueen. It was lacy and black. She had on these half gloves. That was really pretty dope, but I wasn't loving it. Halle Berry, next level. Talk about somebody who's ageless. Absolutely next level in her mirrored strapless Siriana dress. She just looks like a rock star. I mean, she doesn't have one wrinkle, nothing. Her skin tone is gorgeous. Her makeup is gorgeous. Her hair is gorgeous. Her dress was beyond. It's just, I mean, perfection. Now, Sarah Paulson, if y'all listen to my episode from New York Fashion Week 2025 trends, I talked about some of the shows, and the Marc Jacobs show was really artsy, wackadoo, on acid, Alice in Wonderland, very over sculptured dresses and wacky long shoes. Straight up, she wore one of those dresses from the show. I mean, it had shoulder pads out to sleeves out to here. It was poofy here. It had another ball around the knees and something else, and then a big thing in the back. I mean, I couldn't get behind it. The Marc Jacobs show was so cool, but there is no way her ass could sit down in a chair in that dress. Let's just be honest. She looked like the blueberry girl from Willy Wonka, but she was in red. Yikes. Okay. But I get it. I get the risk. I get that. Mikey Madison in her pink and black strapless gown by Dior. Classic and stunning. And let me just stop you right here. If you have not seen Anora, the movie, you are missing out. It is about a woman who is in the adult entertainment industry and the trials and tribulations that she goes through as a dancer. Now, she is a sex worker as well. Not all adult entertainers are sex workers. Let's just let the record be shown. Okay. However, it was a crazy movie and it was so good. Now, I didn't know her from anything from before, but she rocked it and she won an Oscar. Mazel tov to her. I love her so much. Her gown was stunning, classic, black up here, strapless, pink down with a bow, and then the train. Beyond. Okay, beyond. So, as someone who previously worked in the adult entertainment industry, not as a sex worker, okay, um, just know this: some of the some of the points from the movie were true, but a lot of them were very, very exaggerated. So I had fun watching that movie because it was really, 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 really good and really spot on. So we enjoyed it very much. But anyway, she won the Oscar. It was fabulous. It was amazing. Okay. Alrighty then. In other news, I have hit my 100-day mark from my transplant. Applause, applause, applause. It's a big deal in the bone marrow world. My numbers are really good, and I start maintenance therapy next week. So, this is very different from organ cancer. So, blood cancer is you either have it or you don't. It's not a stage, but this is not something where I just don't have anymore. I just am in maintenance therapy to keep it from never coming back again. So, yay for me. I am working on a survey to send out to all the fashion besties who will fill it out for me. I got a lot of emails and feedback from y'all saying, I'll do it, I'll do it. So, thank you so, so much for that. I will be sending out the survey. I want to know what you want to see and buy and the prices that you want to see in an online store. That is a new project that we are taking on here at the Fashion Crimes Podcast. But until then, we are doing some little baby sales on Whatnot. We're switching up the days, so make sure you download the Whatnot app and follow us at Fashion Crimes Podcast. We have a lot of, some are new clothes with tags, some of them are pre-loved, all for great deals. Perfect for the sustainable movement, which is what we support here. So make sure you follow me and make sure you're engaging. And I'm telling you, it's addicting. It is addicting. So also, on another note, calling all people who have really great name brand clothes that they want to get rid of, make sure you contact me because we are sourcing inventory. And if you want to throw your hat in the ring for us to maybe resell, recycle, and reuse some of your clothes, then make sure you hit me up and let us know what you have and see if we can work together. In the meantime, that's been an Oscars 2025 red carpet wrap. Okay. The Oscars was incredible, amazing, a little bit long. Okay. A little long, but it is always such a treat to see it. Not only what people are wearing, yes, what people are wearing, but the movies that we have seen and haven't seen and want to see. And I will say this, if y'all have not seen the animated movie, I think it's the animated short Flow, it will change your life. Please, please watch Flow. It was Oscar nominated. I'm pretty sure they won. It was such an incredible life lesson short, animation short. So please watch that. Watch Anora if you have not seen it. It will blow your mind and it will make you laugh your ass off. So it was a great, great movie. Shout out to all of the celebrities, everyone who won an Oscar. And, maybe one day we'll be sitting there. Okay. Or maybe one day we'll be able to wear Oscar style dresses because we're going somewhere just as fabulous. Anyway, I am, of course, The only Holly you need to know, and the best friend you never knew you needed in fashion. I am video recording myself, so make sure you please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, sharing this video with somebody who you think could use this info, and consider signing up for our newsletter. Engage with us, follow us, because we got a lot of good things, and we are here to make you look better than all your friends. Duh. My name is Holly Katz. Y'all have a fabulous, fashionable week. Bye.